Oh my God. No, Nick, what the fuck are you talking about? Nah, so there was a time where I was working at this drugstore, and one of my homeboys, my man the drill, aka Snake and Bake, you know what I'm saying? He was working there with me, and then my man Fat Cat got a job there, you know what I'm saying? Aka the Gross Face Killer, and then Miss Mommy was working there, you know what I'm saying? And so we all, it was really the wrong crew to have together and shit. But we was in there, we was cutting up, we used to steal from the store left and right. I mean, because we was getting paid crumbs, man. I mean, don't feel bad for the store. Like, we was just doing what we had to do to get by. And we was being dumb at the same time, wilding out. But I'll never forget, man. We just had this one day where me, Adrell, and Fat Cat, we were working together. And Adrell was saying something to Fat Cat, and for no reason, Fat Cat just went, "Psh," and just smacked him on the face. And somehow that moment turned into this full blown game of like, if you get caught slipping and I see it, if I can creep up on you, I'm gonna smack the fucking skin right off of your face. And I'm talking about like full blown, man. These were full blown. These were friendship testing slaps. And if I don't know about y'all, but if you tell me that we're playing a game like this, and I've actually experienced it and seen it, like I'm not letting my guard down. I'm everywhere I go in that store. I'm looking for y'all two niggas. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. On the other hand, it's like every day they forgot that we were playing. Like, yo, you know how many? And listen, y'all know any of y'all that follow Cinna or me, y'all know we got sweaty hands and shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? So like the idea that you're gonna play a slapping game with me and we're in this store and somehow you just gonna keep forgetting where the fuck I'm at? No, you gonna pay for that every time, yo. So, whoa, come around the corner, whack, whack. You know what I'm saying? I'm slapping everybody and shit. I'm slap master, and then it wasn't enough. We decided to add body blows in, a little stomach punch. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I've told this story, man, and I know it seems like I'm just exaggerating, but no, we were really this fucking reckless. We were really. Adrell was working on register, and he had a line of like 4 or 5 people, 4 or 5 customers and shit. And I went up there because I was a shift manager. You know what I'm saying? I was making 5, 10 an hour, by the way, as a shift manager. It was a long time ago. But I just remember I went up to the register for whatever, and I'm behind the counter with a drill. It's like the customers in the line, and I just couldn't resist. I could not resist, man. I just punched him in the stomach, right at the register. And he just dropped. He just dropped this shit. And he was in pain. And it was like one of those things where I caught him so off guard. I had to end up ringing up all the people and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was crazy the stuff we were doing there. You said not the Revco days? Yes, yes, the Revco days. Cause yo, Mestiza Mommy was there on like we had cameras in the store, but we knew that they weren't recording. So we didn't give a fuck. We were stealing, we was doing whatever we want. But the next thing you know, there was one day I come into work, man, and the manager was like, "Hey, Bob, come here, let me talk to you." What the fuck this thing talking about? So I go back into his office, and he just hit play on that VCR. Yeah, it was a VCR back then. But he hit play on that VCR, and I just see this fucking squiggly ass tape. It's footage of like Mestiza Mommy on the register. I'm a shift manager, so I'm supposed to be like making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. I'm just looking at Mestiza Mommy on the register, like she's at the register on the phone with a boyfriend for like 2 hours and shit, no smock on, and then like there's footage of me and Adrell, like he got actual footage of like Adrell walking up the aisle. Here I come around the corner with a thing of lotion, and I fucking sling it all over the front of his smock and shit. You know what I'm saying? Of all fucking nights that he could have ran that camera, it's on a night where we were doing everything. We were doing everything. Like he could have fired everybody, but he fired nobody. He fired nobody. and that was his mistake. 'Cause we went on like it was crazy. It was crazy. Now I already threw in the disclaimer. I already threw in the disclaimer, Miss Lisa Mommy, that we was young and we was all struggling to get by. We had to do what we had to do, man. Nobody feels bad for Revco. Revco was some fucking dickheads. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. They used to shit on us, man. They used to shit on us. Yeah, no. Things have changed, man. Things have changed. I swear, man. That was one job. Cause like I said, I'm a shift manager, man. Like think about it. I'm a shift manager making $5.10 an hour. That's craziness. That's crazy. And then they got me coming in every Wednesday morning at like 5:30 to unload a damn truck. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I had to wear a button-up shirt, and I'm unloading this truck. So by the time we get done unloading the truck, my shirt's black as a motherfucker, man. And I was young. I didn't really like to do a lot of laundry back then. I didn't have that many work shirts. So then I got to go ring on the register with all this black shit. They're like, ugh, look at this motherfucker. But yeah, it was just crazy, man. It was crazy. I did not miss that shit. Yeah, no, the struggle was fucking crazy. Listen, I'm telling y'all dead ass, man. Like when I was with Cinna's mom and Cinna and her sister were babies, I remember there were days where like I would leave the house to go to this bullshit ass job. And when I left out, I would really have no idea what we were going to eat, how we were going to eat that night. That's how broke we were. And my rent was $405 a month back then. And we were still broke. Still broke. Because I was making $5.10 an hour. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I said, there was days where I would go into work. I didn't know how we were going to eat, and I would have to pull some hustles while I was at work. You know what I'm saying? There were times where Cinna's mom came up there, and I can confess all this now because ain't shit that Revco can do. Fuck Revco. You know what I'm saying? But there was times where Cinna's mom would come up there, and we would just like find receipts and just do fake ass refunds and shit. And you know, she'd just get out of there with some cash and shit. We had to do what we had to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But all I know is when Cinna's sister was born, because when Cinna was born, I think I was out of there. I think so. I'm trying to remember when I left there. But I know when Cinna's sister, when my first daughter was born, by the time she came, we had a wall of diapers. Like I made sure, like Revco was missing a pack of diapers a day and shit. Any day I worked, they was missing a pack of diapers. Like, fuck that, man. And it came in handy, yo. But it was wild, man. It really was. You said Alexis came before Cinna? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, y'all. So, like I said, so Mestiza Mommy, I've known her since what, like middle school? We done been through all kinds of ups and downs. Her baby's father was my best friend, God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Darnell. One of the craziest fucking dudes y'all will ever know. Or ever not know, you know what I'm saying? But man, yeah, Darnell was a beast. He was a beast, man. He used to wreak some havoc and shit. But because of that, you know, we definitely had some adventures. Mestiza Mommy, just the other day, I think like maybe 2 streams ago, I did tell the story of how Darnell had got me arrested in middle school. And, you know, and how that was like a real moment for me because of the fact that like, you know, I never really used to do anything. I never used to get in trouble and shit like that. Like I was always cool with everybody. So I was never the dude that was like, had a bunch of beef and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then next thing you know, here's this moment where like they called me up to the front of my classroom, and you see, that's exactly it, Miss Caesar. They called me up to the front of the classroom and they threw cuffs on me. They frisked me and threw cuffs on me in front of my whole class. And I just remember for me, that was a dope moment. It really was. It was a dope moment because I knew I didn't do anything wrong. And here I am, like, now all of a sudden they wondering, like, yo, what is he about? And that's truly how I felt. That's truly how I felt. And I told the chat how Peanut came along, and for some odd reason, I don't know what the fuck Peanut saw. And y'all can see I'm still emotional. Well, Peanut started going around telling everybody that I was crying in the back of the police car. And I don't know where the fuck he got that from because, like I said, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, what the fuck am I crying about? Like literally, what the fuck am I gonna cry about? Like I said, that was a moment for me. I'm sitting here telling you now because it's kind of corny. I can admit it. It's corny that like I'm like, oh yo, this is gonna give me a rep. I ain't even gotta do nothing. It's kind of corny, but at the same time, like yes, instant street cred. Then he had to put in the work. All I had to do was just get arrested. They threw the cuffs on me. They ain't take me down to the office and do it. Motherfuckers did it right in front of my classmates on some G shit. Like I'm just really a threat. I'm really a threat. Until this nigga started telling everybody I was crying. I'm like, nigga, that shit is insane, man. And I'm telling you, like, if Peanut would have walked through here right now, we would debate this shit to this day. And because I don't know what the fuck, I don't know where he got that from, man. But I was, just for the record, y'all, I won't cry. Won't cry. You know what I'm saying? I only cry when it comes to movies and TV shows and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm not emotional. Well, I am emotional, but I just get angry. I don't cry. I get angry and I exact revenge and shit. That's how that go. See, so mom, you coming in here saying a bunch of craziness, yo. Why you gonna come into? Is that what you meant when you said? Yeah, because don't forget, y'all. She said F the chat. Nah, I'm trying to switch it up on you. Switch it up on you. I'm trying to get this crowd to turn on you, damn it. Nah, that's my homegirl, though. That's my homie right there. But let's see, let's check back in on this. Yo, Poppy C. Grow.